Hey guys, this is your host Eric. Today we are going to watch horror genre movie called Teak Teak. Spoilers ahead, turn on your subtitle, I greatly appreciate your support. Enjoy the video. The movie begins in the Japanese city of Nagoya. In the first scene, a woman is on a bus going home. We see that she has a bright red chain hanging from her handbag after she worked late. Even though the keychain looks harmless at first glance, it is going to bring the woman down. In the back of the bus, a group of teenage girls are having fun. People talk about the Teke. Teke, a Japanese urban legend about the angry ghost of a schoolgirl whose lower half is missing. People think that Tek fell from an overpass onto a train track and was killed when a moving train cut him in half. So, her ghost walks on her hands and elbows, dragging her torso and making a scuttling sound. That makes me think of Tek. If Tek sees a person on an overpass, she will chase them and cut them in half, killing them in a way that looks like how she kills herself. In the past few months, a lot of half-torsos have been found on an overpass. The girls think that Teke is behind this. The woman hears them talking, and she starts to feel nervous because she has to cross an overpass to get home. She tells the girls to stop talking about such crazy ideas, but they just laugh at her. Later, she is walking over the bridge when she hears something rustling behind her, but when she checks, she sees. When she turns around again, we can see Tek's upper body behind her. The woman starts to run because she knows someone is behind her. Tek follows, making her characteristic scuttling sound. Eventually, the woman meets the spirit face to face, and in an instant, she is cut in half. Kana and Ayaka have been best friends since they were young and are now in high school. One day, Ayaka says that she likes Tsui, a football player at her school. She asks Kana to tell Tsui how she feels because she is too shy to do it herself. Kana doesn't want to do it, but she does it anyway. After being invited to lunch, she asks Tsui out on a date. From Ayaka's point of view, it's clear that Tsui likes Kana more than he likes Ayaka, but he agrees to go out with Ayaka. The next morning, they talk with each other. When Kana asks Ika about her date, she says that Tsui spent the whole time talking about Kana. Ika asks her to go with her and Tsui on their next date. Kana isn't sure about the idea because she doesn't want to get between them, but they keep asking her, so she agrees to go on one date with them. They go to a cafe after school. In the book Metered Tsumi, he shows them his brand new phone and tells them that a half body was found on an overpass. Tsumi knows about the spirit of Teke, and tells the girls her story. He tells them not to walk on the overpass alone at night and not to look back if they hear someone coming up behind them. People say that if you don't pay attention to Teke, she will leave you alone. Kana thinks it's a story, but Aka says that even if someone gets away from the spirit, they'll be dead in 3 days. Aka goes to the bathroom for a while, and Kana uses this time to ask Tsui what he thinks of Ayaka. He tells her, much to her surprise, that he isn't at all interested in her. He only went out with Kana because she asked him to. It turns out that Ayaka is listening from behind the door as they talk. When she found out that her crush likes her best friend, it broke her heart and made her angry. As soon as it gets dark, they go back to their own homes. Tsumi is the first to leave, and the best friends walk home together. Ayaka asks Kana if she likes Yumi. Kana says she doesn't have any feelings for him, but that doesn't make A. She starts a fight and then leaves in a rage. She has to cross the overpass to go home another way. She walks through it, feeling bad that she hit Kana when it wasn't her fault. She is thinking about telling her she's sorry the next day when she is startled by a noise. She slowly turns around and sees Teke, standing in front of her. A chill runs down her spine as she realizes she shouldn't have looked at the ghost. She is scared for her life, but the ghost is right behind her. After a few seconds, her body is cut in half, which kills her right away. The next morning, he jumps off the bridge after killing her. When Na hears that her best friend has died, she breaks down and cries. Before she is taken to the police station to be questioned, a teacher helps her get up and calms her down. Kana doesn't tell them what happened last night when they fought. She just tells them that they met at a cafe and then went home. When Kana gets home, she turns on the news and sees that the woman who was killed at the beginning of the story has been found. The police say that her husband killed her, but he says she was killed by a ghost who took only her upper body. This makes Kana realize that the ghost could have also killed Aka to clear her mind. She goes for a walk, but as she does, the kids in the neighborhood talk about Tek. Then she runs into Tsui and tells him about the fight she and Ayaka had on the way home last night. They talk about the woman whose husband was thought to have killed her, but he says he saw Teke doing it. Tsumi tells Kana that Tekken is just a story and that the man must be trying to get people to stop looking at him so he doesn't get caught. A few hours later, when it starts to get dark, Kana takes flowers to the overpass to remember her friend. Somewhere else, Tsui thinks something bad is going to happen, so he goes back to find Kana. At that moment, Kana hears a noise coming from behind her. She knows it's Tek because she remembers that Tsui told them not to look behind them. She closes her eyes and sits down in fear, trembling. Tek moves closer to her and looks at her, but Kana doesn't look away. After a few seconds, the spirit goes away. When Na finally opens her eyes, she hears Akka calling her from behind. She doesn't know that it's a trick set up by Tech. She turns around and meets a ghost's eyes. A chase ensues. Kana runs away from danger. When she sees it, she knows she's about to be caught. Sumi was riding a bike to find her. She gets on his bike and asks him to leave quickly. But they both fall off and prepare for the worst. To throw people off, the ghost goes away into the night. She thinks it's because she only goes after people who are by themselves. The next day, Kana goes to see Tsui in the hospital, where he is staying because his leg is broken. Because he didn't see the ghost, he doesn't believe the Teka Teka story. Yesterday, Kana goes to the library and reads a book about the legend to learn more about her. Her cousin Rai comes up to her and says that she, too, has been researching Teka Tek. She is about to go to a different city to meet a professor who knows more about the situation. Kana tells her about what happened since she saw the ghost last night. 2 days from now, Tek Tek will attack her again. They leave for the city, and the next day they get there. Then, they meet the professor, who tells them that a girl jumped off the bridge to kill herself after World War II. The next day, her upper body was found on the train tracks. After that, Tek Tek began to show up. So, the people who live there think she is the angry ghost of the girl who killed her. He also gives them the addresses of people who might have known Tek Tek. Before she dies, the professor asks his assistant, Taekta, to take the girls to the set and help them with their research. Before they leave, the professor tells them that Tia Tek hates the color red and will only attack people who wear it or are connected to it. This explains why the girl who died at Akka's death at the beginning of the movie had a red backpack. After that, Taekta takes the girls to meet the family of Atek. Atek is told by that old woman she was a nurse during, and her real name was Kashi Mako. She was raped by an American soldier, which gave her lifelong nightmares. She started to dislike the color red because it reminded her of the blood she lost during the incident. She got rid of all the red things she saw, but she still couldn't live a normal life. She finally jumped off the bridge, and a train cut her in half. The girls learn everything there is to know about Tika's life, but they still don't know how to stop her. Taekta tells them about a rumor about a memorial built for Kasima in a place called Mai Kasacho. They are about to leave. Some people say that the killings stopped after the memorial was built, but they have started again since it fell down. By the time it gets dark, the girls are on their way to Mai Kasacho, where they hope to find the memorial and set it right. Ura says she went to the overpass last night a few hours after Kana. She also saw the ghost, but she was able to get away. This means that both of their lives are in danger, and the ghost will attack in 2 hours if they don't get to the destination. But make sure there is no memorial there. Taekta remembers that he looked at a map and told them that the place was 7 kilometers away from where they were. They drove right to the sad place and got there just in time. They find the memorial in a forest, but before they can move it, they feel the presence of Teka Tek. She runs in their direction. When the girls put the memorial back quickly, the ghost goes away after that, and the girls run back home. All of a sudden, they see Tek Tek on the road behind them. Because their car is red, she went after them. They leave the car and run away while taking off their red clothes and accessories. There, Ray's misfortune. She cuts her head on a branch by accident, which makes it bleed. The color makes Tek Tek jump, and 2 seconds later she flies at Kana but disappears before she can attack her. A few months have passed. A group of kids walking by Kana's house can be heard talking about a girl with mental health problems who doesn't like the color red. People also say that the ghost of Teet can often be seen in this area. After a year, Taekta goes to see Kana and her mother, who have moved to a new place. It turns out that since Ri died, Kana has been almost catatonic. She never leaves the room and doesn't like the color. Taekta finds her sitting by her window and looking very sad. In the last scene, he gives her a red box of sweets, which makes her go crazy. By the end of the story, it's clear that Tek Tek is still trying to kill Kana. So, she walks around the neighborhood every day in hopes that Kana will touch something red. This is probably why Kana doesn't like the color red so much. We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the notification bell because it is really important for us. Thank you.